I'm Steve Drew from Teachers Discovery. I'm the Director of Marketing. Unfortunately, Chuck was supposed to do this, but you got stuck with me. He had an emergency and I guess I drew the short straw. But I'm happy to be here. We're going to talk about Flangoo. Some of you already purchased Flangoo and want to know a little more about it and how it works. And some of you have never seen it before. So it's level 1. I'm going to walk you through it quickly. It's not very deep. It's very easy to conquer and understand once somebody walks you through it. All right, I hope all of you are healthy and not too exhausted yet from the start of the school year, and let's get started. Let's share, I'm going to share my screen with you. Why don't we save the questions to the end? And then it'll probably only take me 15 minutes or so to go through all this, and then I'll be around for a while to answer questions, however long you need.
And I'll be on chat as well, Steve, so I can answer some questions as we go. And
so this is, introduce yourself, Jay.
I'm Jason. I'm with Teachers Discovery as well. I'm the lead developer here. I help work on the Flangoo project along with some other team members. And we're still continuing to add new features as they're requested and add new books and all that. So if you guys want to in the chat, if you guys have something that comes up, go ahead and ask and I'll try to get to it.
And I don't know if you guys, I'll give you my email or Jay's email at the end, and feel free to email us if you have anything else down the road that you need answered. All right, I'm going to share my screen now. If anyone has problems with this, let me know. All right, so this is the homepage, flangoo.com. We're adding readers all the time. I'm going to sign, you can do the free trial, obviously, right here. I'm going to sign in as a teacher. So this is what you do if you own it or you're doing your free trial. And down here is where the students would sign in. All right, so I'm in, has my name, profile, a picture. Everything. I click on this flangoo.com logo to get everywhere. Well, why isn't this working, Jay? Oh, there we go.
You got to pick a profile.
No, but this takes me back to this page of all the readers, or you can go here. So we have level 1, we have level 2, and we have level 3 readers right now. This is the teacher panel. There's also a student dashboard. Some of these, I have this preset because I've been in this all day long. Some of these say disabled for students. This one is not. This one is. This one is. So this one is not. When you go to the student dashboard, that's the only one that's going to be visible if all these other ones are disabled. How you do that is all right here. This is it for navigation. So you can manage the books, you can manage the students, you can manage your profile, and that's not much but changing your name and picture. And then there's answer keys as well. And then the account is to purchase or renew or see how many days you have left in your trial. Or not trial, membership. Right now we have a 1-month membership and a 1-year membership, and they're both half off. And that's till the end of September. So right now I'm going to show you how to manage the books. So these are the books on this screen. These, you saw that La Leyenda right here was visible to the students. If you toggle these on, green check mark means the students will all see it. If you toggle them off, I'll keep two of them on. Let's see, I'll show you 3 of them. Keep that on. Maybe 4. Some of them have different features, but we have pretty good authors in here. We have Myra Cannon, we have Jen Degenhart, Teresa Marama is coming soon. We have a lot, and we're adding, like Jay said, stories all the time. I think this month, September, we'll have 6 more added, and then we'll have 9 more added in October. And then Jay all the time is adding new features. We're this month we should be able to see embedded glossary, which means right now the glossaries are at the end of the book. The students will have the ability to mouse over a word if it's underlined to see what it means, what the definition is, or the translation is. All right, so that's how you manage the books. It's strictly toggle on, toggle off. What else? Answer keys, I'm going to show you. You can buy a teacher's guide. That's not included. And you can also buy printed books for backup if you're going to be in class or if you want to send some home with the students. And then the title here, the white word, is a downloadable PDF. And that has all the questions and answers. So you can print this page out, or you can pull it out of here and email it to the students. And then here are your answers if you want to check their answers. The answer keys are not available in the trial only because we thought the students would download a trial for free and be able to answer the questions or, cheat. Jay, am I missing anything?
Students for sure.
Okay, so let's go to manage students. This is probably the biggest thing you need to learn. Everything else is kind of understandable. So you can add students two ways. You can have the students sign up, which is by far the easiest way, or you can add them manually. I'll do the manually first. So if you have a student that drops your class, or you're just adding a couple throughout the year, this is kind of how you would do it. You go here, you put in Joe Smith, and he's in third hour now, and add student. It says the password will be change me. That's a default. And so the students know as soon as they get that email, it has instructions. It tells them the password has changed me. Immediately go in using your login code here. That's in the email too. And change the change me password to something that only they will know. We've had questions about student privacy. The only thing we ask for is the name. But if you have an issue or your district has an issue with student privacy, we don't record anything else but what they input. So you can have them put in Joe SM if you want for the last name, or K Barb, keep it at 8 digits or something like that, if that makes everybody feel better. So Joe Smith's been added. This is his login code. That's what he will use to actually get into the account. And then it has their hour, and you can edit that easily. It tells you the time in the book for the week and the time for the semester. Obviously, this is my account, and there's no real students in here, so only the Antonio Cruz, which I think was me, posted 32, and that was a few weeks ago. But when the student emails you and says, I can't get into Flangoo, I forgot my password, or it's not working, you can go in here and just change Joe Smith's password to whatever you want and tell the student. And then they can use student, they can go in and they can change it again on their own. And then the other way to do this, you can also delete a student singly here, one at a time, or at the end of the year, you can delete them all if you want. Here's the other way to add students. So to have students sign up, some of you will email your students, and some of you, your school has an LMS. These are both the options. So basically it's this magic link here. So if you post that link to the LMS and you tell the students to sign up, you just need to tell them to remember their login code and password when they sign up. The login code is key. They need that, and obviously their password. You can change their password. If you have to if it gets irritating that they can't remember their login code, you will also have to go in there and find their login code. Option 2 is to email your students, and we recommend you can just cut and paste all this. It has the magic link in there, and send it to all your email list of all your students. Those are by far the easiest ways to do it, especially when you have 150 students. We don't record any data except for the minutes that they read. Let me show you a few books to give you an idea. Let's see, I'm gonna go to manage book, or I'm gonna go back out to the books itself. So, Pobrecita Anna. Every book has the same type of look. The level, the chapter, number of chapters, a teacher's rating, a student's rating, and a global rating. The global is obvious, it's across the country. The student's rating is only your class full of students rating it. It doesn't go outside of your account. So other schools in different states don't affect that. So you can see what students prefer or what books are their favorite. And then the teacher's rating, that's for you. My recommendation, there's 2 ways you can use Flangoo that I know of. You can use this as a FVR. You keep it as a library and all the books are turned on, and you give them a certain amount of time to do free voluntary reading. Or you use the toggle switch and everyone in your class is reading the same book at the same time. With Pobrecita Anna, well, I'll continue reading. I've been in here before. This is a low unique word count book. Most of them are. There's a few that are not. So continue reading. The nice thing about Flangoo is if you assign a chapter or the students only get through 32 minutes of reading or something like that, it bookmarks where they left off. So when they come back in, like this just did, it shows me I was in chapter 5. All of the books are going to have audio. About 90% of them do now. I'm going to play some audio for you from chapter 5. This one starts off with a little music.
Capítulo 5. Un día ocupado. Ana Carolina y Miriam van rápidamente de casa en casa.
A lot of the books are read by different people. I'm pausing this right now because there's a volume button here. There's also a, what do you call this, Jay? You can slow
a speed button. Yeah.
Speed button, so you can slow it down or speed it up if it seems too
Pero
fast.
la hija de Miriam no está. Van una por una. Van al centro de Pana. La hija de Miriam no está.
So that's a great feature. Most of the people we have record this speak very slowly, so the normal speed isn't too bad. But if they want to go back or they want to hear something again and again, they can. There's pictures in most chapters. This one is Blaine Ray's Pobrecita Anna. I thought all the chapters had images. His might not. All of ours do that are added in there. Most of them do. You can go back to the previous chapter. You can go to the next chapter. And then here are questions to download for the student if you want them to answer these comprehension questions. It downloads. It's just a Word doc. Let me see where that is. They can type their name in, their hour. They can just answer right here, and then email it back to you.
Or they could upload it to LMS.
Or upload it, correct. And we are in the process of changing this all to interactive PDFs. I think we might keep both available, but we've had teacher complaints that the students will accidentally, wink, wink, delete 2 questions and then pretend like they didn't know about 5 and 6. So That's why we're converting them to PDFs.
And as a side note for that too, I know that the Adobe Reader app is free for all phones, and the original Adobe is free for computers as well. So students will be able to have a way to fill those in. There'll be no excuse.
All right, I'm going to go take a look at another book. So we also have in here some enhanced books. And enhanced have a little bit more than the audio. This is Don Q. Let me see if I can find, oh, here we go. So within several chapters.
Soy Don Quijote de la Mancha, caballero andante de la espada ardiente. Busco aventuras y hazañas heroicas para ayudar a los pobres.
Algunas veces, el seguir a tu corazón significa perder la mente. Amo a este tipo.
Cambiar el mundo, Sancho, no es una locura, es justicia. Vámonos a la aventura. Esa es una buena señal.
So these are kind of fun. The kids really like the videos, and a lot of teachers have said it helps them understand what's going on in the book as they watch the video. So that's a good thing. Let me see. All right, we did all this. Your account, I'll do quick before I go to the student dashboard. It's really simple. It's a lot like Netflix. You can cancel or upgrade your membership. It tells you when it expires. That's about it, really. Jay, do you have anything to add to that?
Just that there's a lot more features that are on our list to add.
Yeah.
Probably some of the ones that you might ask questions about. This is our second live guided tour that we've done, so we got a lot of good feedback from the first one, and we welcome feedback on this one as well, because most of these features that we have were, created by teachers, and they were thought of by teachers because they'll know how they're going to be using it better. So
right. All right, I'm going to sign out, and I'm now going to jump in as a student. So if you see manage students, I'm going to jump in as Charles Verhey. So basically, I need to know my login code and my password. So student sign-in is down here. It's still flangoo.com, so there's teacher sign-in and a student sign-in. So these are I toggled off all the books you saw, and these are the only ones I had selected. I already showed you a couple of those. Let me show the last one. That's an enhanced one as well. This one's really fun. So it's got the usual audio, but this has video, and it's not the animated video. It's real actors from Mexico. So this one starts off with bios of the characters, which is really fun. And it's simple stuff. I like painting, I like surfing, I like cooking, that sort of thing. And then it goes into more pictures, and then I'll let you listen to one of them.
Hola, soy Mario. Soy muy cómico, hablo mucho y soy el payaso de la clase. Tengo estatura mediana, mis ojos son cafés, mi piel es morena y mi cabello es negro. Me gusta pintar, tocar el piano y jugar ajedrez.
And then let me find so this will be dialogue in the story.
Sí, sí quiero ir.
Muy bien, muy bien. Ya hablé con tu mamá y ella dice que está bien si quieres ir. El programa empieza en una semana, así que tienes que salir para la ciudad de Querétaro el próximo viernes. ¿Está bien?
Está perfecto. Gracias por pensar en mí, señor Covarrubias. Va a ser una oportunidad excelente para mí.
So that's that. This one also has pictures, chapter questions. Just so everybody knows, so this is navigation for the student on the various chapters. There's a glossary in the back of all of these. But like I said, we're now tinkering with Simple words won't be in there, but difficult words are going to be underlined within the story where they can mouse over and see what the meaning of it is. What else is in here? We have cultural notes at the back of some of these. It's just something a few things taken out of the story that, well, like there's a video of a band and festivals it talks about. Then some of these things happen in the story, so it's good background material. We are in the process of changing the cultural notes into pre-reading, so a lot of this will be upfront by chapter 1 before they start. That'll probably happen in the next 45 days. That's about it as far as functionality goes. The kids don't have much except change password, sign in and sign out. They've got to read the book, and if you assign the questions, do the questions. Everything else is in the teacher's dashboard.
And it's important to note too that we took into account making sure that this works on all devices, so the students can do it right from their phone, they can do it from their tablet, or they can do it from their computer at home.
Right. And it's good for 150 students. That's the cap. We do sell 75 packs if you need more than that, but most teachers that we've talked to so far, 150 is plenty. Trying to think of what else. The half off right now is until September 30th. I don't know if it'll be extended or not, so if you are interested, I would act now. It's a decent savings. Does anyone have any questions? Let me unshare and go back. There we go.
Can I go for it?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Is there a way of what books each kid has read?
I'm sorry, you cut out on me for some reason.
Yeah, a little bit.
My internet. Is there a way to books they've read?
Oh, a way to see what books they've read. That's actually on the list. There was a lot of other teachers that requested the same thing. And so that's one of the ones that we put towards the top. So that's definitely coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jay, any idea when? Putting you on the spot.
Well, we've had so many great suggestions from teachers that my list is very long right now. So I've been prioritizing them. Like I said, that one's at the top.
Okay.
We're hoping to implement a lot of these within the next few weeks.
Okay.
Hello, I haven't seen the teacher's dashboard yet. I mean, I was able to take a look at the books, but where is the teacher's dashboard?
I'm going to show the screen quick. Basically, this is the teacher's dashboard where all the book, all the books are in there. These, if I have them disabled, it says disabled, and you'll have these options on the right where you can manage your profile, manage your students, manage your books, and then find the answer keys and manage your account.
Okay, so, and I also, please, how many books you have available in Spanish right now?
It's like 9 level 1s.
22 total.
22.
Okay, because I was able to see much less than that. Like 3 per level I was able to see.
On the teacher dashboard?
Okay, maybe that's why I need to use the teacher's dashboard. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the students,
So,
yeah.
when you're in the, so what you were looking at was the student dashboard, and
Okay.
I had turned them all off as the teacher.
I never was able to see what you're showing right now. I never was able to see those stars and able to click in those stories at all.
Are you on the phone?
No, I'm in a laptop.
Oh, all right.
Can you see it now?
I certainly can, but you, since you are doing it, let me check, please.
And by the way, this will only affect Steve's account who's logged in right now and his students. So
Oh,
it won't
okay,
reflect on your account.
Oh, okay. But I do have access to all those books unless they, as you said, they are disabled, or
Yeah.
if they
You're
are
in,
sorry.
You're in charge of disabling them or not.
Oh.
When you purchase it or you do the trial, they're all visible.
No, I already bought it. I got the $99 subscription.
Yeah, if you want me to walk you through it tomorrow, I can show you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem. Go ahead.
I missed it, but how do the students get their login information?
Okay, I'll show you quick.
Thank you.
No problem. So when you go to manage students, there's two ways to do it. I've already set up these 6 people. You can add them manually, which you just type in the student name, or if you want to protect their privacy, you can do something less, 6th hour. And that's the easiest way to do one at a time. So I just added Joe SM. He gets this login, and his password is change me, which he gets an email with all those instructions. But this is the easier way to do it. There's 2 ways here. You can either post this link to your LMS if you have Google Classroom or Canvas or one of those. And right here, there's instructions. It says, have the students sign up. They just have to give their full name and class period and to create a password. Just remind them to save their login code and password, and it makes your life a lot easier. The other way is to cut and paste this text here, which has that link in the middle. Why didn't that work? And email it to your whole class. Does that make sense?
So, Mr. Giro, so basically you can assign certain books to different levels, or everybody can see all the books?
So when you first purchase it or you do your trial, all the books are visible. You have to go into your manage books, and you can turn right here, manage books. Anything you uncheck will not be visible to the student.
So you can make it visible or invisible to certain classes, because I have 3 different levels. That's why.
Jay, you can only do it.
Right now it's global, and that's another thing that's been requested too. So we're trying to wrap our head around how to do it by level.
Okay, just to know, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, so you would probably right now have to, if you have 3 levels, you would have to show the 3 books and tell them which book to go into.
I mean, what do you mean 3? More than 3?
Well, if you have, let's just say you have a level 1 class that is reading Aharita, you would turn that one on, but then you have a couple other classes that are reading a more advanced book.
Right.
Let's just say it's Don Q. You would turn that one on too. Both classes would see both of those books. You would just have to tell them which one each class is going to read that day.
Okay.
For now. Anyone else? No questions.
So sorry, just to make sure, everything is available to everybody at this point.
As far as, yes.
Very good. So I can assign certain books, but for pleasure, they could read any other.
Only the ones you have toggled on, yeah.
Okay.
The reason we have them so you can turn them off, some teachers told us that students, oh, am I cutting out? I've got a storm going on. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Teachers told us that the lower level students were having trouble finding the book within there. And if we get up to 50 books or 80 books, it'll be like Netflix trying to find a certain a book to read. So that's why we have the turn on off switch.
I have one question, and I just forgot what it was. But well, I was asking about the profile. Will you enable the profile at some point, because it has an appearance that it's editable, but it doesn't edit the profile picture for teachers?
Yeah, Jay, are you working?
Right. Yeah. Right now you can edit the name. We were kind of waiting to get teacher feedback on that to see if that was going to be important, because only the teacher can see their dashboard at this point. The students really won't see the icon, but we still plan on adding it just to make it more customizable.
Okay, and one more suggestion. I did remember it now. I teach middle school, and I've got 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and I just was checking, and they signed up today for their accounts, and a bunch of them put 0 in on the hour because they don't think of it as an hour. They think of it as a class period. Is there any way to change that wording? Because they don't understand the word hour. They're like, how many hours did you work or something is probably what they're assuming.
You know, that's a great point. So class period instead of hour?
I think it would be more easier for them to understand, and maybe specify in the instructions that it needs to be just a number, because they're going to put things like first, and I assume it doesn't accept that.
It does. I've tried it.
Right. So that would instruct them to, yeah, that would definitely make it.
Yeah,
better.
say like, for example, be real specific. Put a number 1 to 6 or 1 to 8 or whatever your class period is, but just a numeral.
Okay.
Okay. That's a great idea.
Because I just looked at mine, and I have to go through now and manually like change their zeros to whatever class period. And some of these kids, I don't even know who they are.
Okay. No, that's great. I wrote that down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When it gets changed, I'll know I had an input.
Right.
Right.
I have a question, Steve.
Sure.
This is Esteban Morales. I'm interested in the record button that is possible to hear the students read and guide them in their reading.
Okay. How do you want that to go back to you? Because we've talked about this. I don't know when it'll happen and if it'll happen, but we never knew how to get the recording back to the teacher for the teacher to have to listen to 100 of these recordings.
Right. Well, I've seen other programs where there's a record button in the dashboard,
Mm-hmm.
and then they practice, and then yes, it's time consuming to the teacher, but it does give you a really good understanding of their phonetics, their pronunciation, their gato, and all the different things that are going on in Spanish.
Would you want them to read a specific?
Yes, just like a paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. That's
You
good.
can see an example of it, A to Z learning.com, and they have the program called Raz Plus.
Okay. Would you want them all to read the same paragraph or no?
It's just to hear them read,
Okay, okay.
One of my hardest things is so many kids,
All right, thanks for the input.
But yes, to the same paragraph is a good idea, because then you can compare on the same basis.
Okay. Any other questions?
I have a quick question, just to double check. You said the students can sign up using their first name, and can they just use their last name, the first letter of their last name instead of their full last name?
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want, really. It's basically up to the teacher. We originally said, put your first name and last name in, because there's 150 students and there might be a couple Therese S's, but because of privacy laws, and some districts are really strict and some are not, we've had some issues. So it's up to the teacher to dictate how she wants them to sign up. So it could be first name, last initial. You could do first initial and just 5 letters of the last name if you want to keep it somewhat more secretive. But we don't record any of this data. We don't sell any of this data. We don't use any of this data. So it's strictly up to you. And it's more of a management thing. How, you know, how coded can it be, and you can still manage your students in there.
Yeah, I had a good one in chat too, Steve. Can you show these guys the review option that students will have on the reader?
What do you mean the review?
And
Oh,
I can, yeah, and I can kind of explain that too.
yeah, you might have to. Let me share my screen. All right. I'm just going to go into a reader, right? Do I have to be in the student section?
I think that would help, yeah.
Okay. So now I'm signing out, and I'm going to go in as a student. All right, so you care what book?
No, anything will work.
Okay.
All right, so this one, it looks like your student hasn't started reading, so it just has the start reading or the rate this book option.
Okay, so I start reading, and I have to get through how far?
You have to read 80% of the book to be able to review it, and this is to keep students and everybody from just you know, writing a review without actually going through the book and forming a solid opinion.
Is it based on minutes or chapters?
Chapters.
Okay.
So people technically could fly through it still, and
all right,
but you'll be able to see their time logged on your teacher dashboard, so you'll know if they were in there reading or not.
Okay, so I'm at chapter 8 now.
All right, so if you went back to the reader page,
I can give it a.
You can either continue reading, start from the beginning, or you can go to rate this book.
So I can.
All right, so
give it a 4 and then type in. And that goes to the teacher?
yeah, yep. We had some questions about that. So you can get individual feedback from students either through your LMS or however you want to assign that, or you can say, please, you know, let me know what you thought about the book when you're done reading by using the rate the book option. And if you were to log into your teacher account now,
okay,
you would see that on the book details page.
Where am I going?
What book was it? Ahorita?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll just scroll down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
So this is kind of where you can see what your students thought about it, if you choose to assign it that way. That was functionality that was requested, so we added it. I thought it was cool.
So different books have different features. It's not that all the books have the same features, right?
No. They all have the review functionality. It's just some have pictures or some have videos. They all have audio.
They all have pictures and they all have audio, or there's a couple that do not, but they will in the next couple weeks. The ones that say enhanced are the ones that have the video. That's about the only extra you get. They all have comprehension questions. They all have the answer keys.
And why did you come up with the name Flangoo? Am I missing something? What does that mean?
It was just a fun word we came up with. We had brainstormed for weeks. There are a lot of you wouldn't believe how many things that make more sense are already taken. So you got to think of a fun word and go with it.
Well, there's a little bit more behind it than that.
True, true.
The hard part is when you come up with a name, you got to find out if the web address is available, and there's not much available unless it's bizarre now. And the FL is supposed to be foreign, or FLANG is foreign language. The OO is just, I don't know yet. We haven't come up with a reason. We thought it was catchy.
I thought that's what makes it fun.
Yeah. You think it's weird? I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, it's Flangoo. I thought of flan. It has something to do with flan, the dessert, and then goo, you know, gooey. So I just couldn't figure it out.
One teacher told me they thought it was an Italian expletive.
But we made sure it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
Oh My God, Fangulo.
Hi, I'm enjoying looking at the trial, but my students just started school this week, and so I'm wondering, I think I read somewhere that the trial will extend 30 days if we are able to watch this tonight. How does that happen?
If you need an extension, you can just email me after this. Has yours already expired?
No, but I thought that it said that you would get a 30-day extension. So I wasn't sure how that you're saying just email you.
Yeah, most of the people in here either purchased it or have done the trial over the summer, and over the summer the minimum trial was 30 days, so you probably do have that. But you can go ahead and email me and we can check.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Go ahead, Lori. You got a question?
I'm our department head. Is this available in any language besides Spanish?
Just Spanish right now. We're
Just
talking about French.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
Hello, do you take a PO?
Yes. Teacher's Discovery.
Okay.
Eve, one of the questions on here is, what is the benefit to purchasing a teacher's guide?
You know, it's been a while since I looked at them, but most teacher's guides are around $60. These teacher's guides are pretty hefty. They're between 60 and 100 pages. They're only $40 or $39.99. And right now, I think they're only available as download, but they have multiple choice questions. They have activities, like I've seen recipes in some. I've seen craft kits that all relate to the story, obviously. I can show anyone one if they're interested. And then if you go to our website, there's usually 10 pages that are available to look at to see what's included. And they go by chapter, so there's several activities per chapter. I think it's 5 to 7. Anybody else?
Trying to see your email is stevedorough@teacherdiscovery.com.
No, it's SGIROUX @teachersdiscovery.com.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
If anybody forgets that too, I can be reached at Flangoo @teachersdiscovery.com as well.
Yeah, that might be a little easier. All right, then I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a subscription that will be ending in September 15th.
Okay.
If I want to upgrade, do I upgrade on my free trial through the account?
Do you want an extension on your trial, or do you want to pay for this and upgrade and buy a month or a year?
Well, if you accept the PO, I will need that extra time because we're going to start school next week, and it takes about a month for them to do a POs and to pay the.
Yeah, that's no problem. Just email me. I'll keep you going until the PO comes through.
Right, and if I have to pay, then I would pay the $99. Is that correct?
If you want a full year, yes.
Okay. And for extra students, is there a charge?
You need over 150?
Well, I have 200 students.
I think we have a 75 pack for $50. So it would cost you roughly $150 to get 200 and, what is that, Jay? Oh, wait, you have 200. Yeah, that would do it. 225 students. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, because if the school wants the PO, then I have to include the extra kids.
Yeah, definitely do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, then I guess I'm going to give you my email one more time. SGIROUX @teachersdiscovery.com. And you can also do Flangoo @teachersdiscovery.com. You can always just call our 800 number. You can email customer service, any of that, and they will get you to either me, Steve, or Jay, and we can help you out.
Yeah.
If anybody else has more or needs more information or wants more help, I can do a personal walkthrough. You can just email me, call me up, and we can set up a time. Kat, I know we're going to talk tomorrow. I already texted Jay some of your issues. So yeah, go ahead.
So my kids started using it, and I have some great kids that I can trust, and they're saying that they're reading, but it's not showing up in the times. And so I don't know how that gets, because they said that they swear that they've read, but it shows up as 2 minutes or 1 minute, and they've said I've read for at least 10 or 15.
The current way
So I
that
don't know.
the current way that it works is that it looks for activity. So it looks for a scroll or a click, and if that goes idle for 5 minutes, then it stops counting. So that way a student couldn't just open the page and then go to their video game console next to the computer and have it logging time. So as long as they're scrolling, which most of the time it takes much less than 5 minutes to need to scroll or to click on a video or, you know, something like that. That's the way that that's all being logged right now. If you do come across, you know, like you said, students that you could trust and you believe that they are scrolling and they are reading, then I would just need like some account information so I can investigate it further.
And probably like maybe it's
Now that I did the training, I'll start all over, and then I'll track it myself, because now I'll make a fake account for me.
There you go.
But you know what it could be too? Like maybe they're on some funky device, Jay.
Yeah, I would also need to know the specific device because we have tested it thoroughly on many, but you know how many are out there. So,
well, all my kids are Chromebooks issued by the school, so that should help make sure that it's all equal.
Okay.
I shared it with them, and they gave me a Chromebook too now, so I'll check it to make sure what they're seeing. So I have my Mac and they have a Chromebook, so I'll check those and see if that's an issue. But, thank you guys for
thank you. Yeah, thank you. Another thing too, Steve, somebody asked is about the half off. When is the half off good to?
So officially it's till the end of September. I shouldn't even be saying this. We're talking about extending it, but it's not guaranteed yet. We have no definite anything. Obviously, if you guys are putting in a PO and it trickles into October, we'll honor it. We're good about that. But I hesitate to say it's going to go on further than September 30th, but it could. I guess that's all I can say.
Another one asked, was this recorded? And I hope you did, but I don't know if you did.
So because Chuck had his emergency.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He said he was going to record it, but he had to set that up. So I don't know if he did or not.
Okay.
But we will be doing more of these, and we'll obviously send via email. If anybody definitely wants to be in on another one of these, they can email me today or tomorrow, and I'll put you on the list. Otherwise, just watch your email. I'm sure we'll do another one in a week or two.
There is a red button that says recording, so it looks like it has recorded.
All right, thanks. It's good that you guys know that. You can keep it clean and keep it safe, right?
I see it now.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for participating. We really appreciate it. We know you'll like Flangoo. Give it a try. If you have any questions, again, email Jay or I or call the 800 teacher number, and we'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Lori, you have a question, or are you saying goodbye?
Sorry, can I ask one other thing, or maybe put a suggestion out there? Usually, I love all of the options, but I don't teach that many books per year.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to do some kind of subscription where you have lesser access to books? Because it's great that they're all there, but in one school year, I would only teach maybe 4 books at the max.
Okay. So you
probably more like 2 or 3.
Would you rather pay differently too then? Is that where you're getting at? Like you would rather, okay. Yeah.
If that was an option, I'm just going to throw that out there, that to have like levels of what you want from it, because this is really awesome, but I just don't have time to teach that many books in a year.
Right.
But I see I see the benefit of them just being available for the kids to read if they want to read them.
See, our biggest thing was we started off thinking we were going to go that route, but we thought we were going to confuse, like I've seen other companies that do that, and there's a pricing scheme per student, how many students you have, then how many titles you buy, and it's very confusing. We didn't know how to do that simply.
Yeah.
So that's why we kind of threw it all in as the Netflix model. But no, thanks for your input.
And then for those of us that I'll likely pay for it out of my own pocket, I'll go to PTA, but since it's kind of last minute, I'll likely pay for it. But to offer like a 10% or something to renew, so that just a thought.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Like early adopters, some kind of incentive for early adopters.
Keep renewing every year. Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We would love to keep you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, then if that's it, everybody have a good night, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thanks.